Hi there. Good morning. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want, the Our Learning series, where I share just a little bit about what we're doing with our daughter's education, our homeschooling, unschooling, anti-schooling, reschooling, whatever we're doing. And today I'm in Bryce Canyon, Utah, Bryce Canyon National Park. Mm, Beautiful morning. This place is, in short, insane. What? Oh my goodness. Went on a hike with the girls yesterday. And yeah, we do a lot of hikes. A few a week, I guess, something like that, depending on where we are, what we're doing. And yesterday it was down the Queens Loop and up the Navajo Trail. And then there was a stretch called Wall Street, which you'd have to be very thin and fit, either bear or bull, to get up that, because you can see little little slots, little crevices down there. Part of that hike went through that. So started out. Hi, good morning. Started out great, as most of our hikes do. And this, as you can see, we went down. We went down. It was maybe 500 or 600 vertical feet, and we're cruising. Stop a lot, stopping often. You know, completely mesmerized. And I learned about the guy Mesmer the other day. Have to do a different video about that. But mesmerized by what we were seeing, just stopping often, photos, talking, chatting with other hikers on the trail quite a lot. And and then we started getting to the bottom, started hearing a little. We had a little bit of a "I'm hungry" snack sort of thing. If you're familiar with this, you know what's coming. We're getting to be around noon, and and it was warming up, getting warmer down there, a little less breeze maybe, and then we had one of our daughters full out, like, wholesale, you know, quit. It's over. Like, was a little. There's some tears. There was a foot stomping. There was a laying down in the dirt, like, just making dirt angels. Just mom and dad kind of not sure what to do, because we are at the bottom. We're sort of where you've got no choice. We got to keep going, to get back up to the top again. And we had eaten lunch. You know, they had had some sugar earlier, a few sweet snacks, and Dad here got a little frustrated. Well, I don't know how frustrated I was, but I was trying everything. I was like, "Come on, you can do it." And then I was like, "If you don't do it, I'm gonna take away your 11th year." And so none of that was really working at all. Um, and we just sort of waited it out. We just sat there quietly for a long time, did a little bit of our immersion versus distancing um, conversation, trying to see sort of step back and see what's going on, um, get out, get out from inside of our heads. And we could see a little traction there, and we got going. We started heading up the very steep hike back to the top, and even along the way, the 6-year-old, who pretty much utter collapse. At some point, she was saying, "Oh my gosh, this is fun and scary too." I was a little scared too, because signs everywhere saying falling rocks, most dangerous part of the trail, and there were definitely rocks all over the ground. So, so we got to the top, and I was like, "Girls, you know, this no one's rolling their eyes every time I start to talk yet, but I think they thought about rolling their eyes here. Girls, this hike that we just did today, so much like so much of life. Like, there is very little that we will do in our lives that is of a certain level of quality, a certain level of significance or importance in our lives, a certain level of value or worth, that we don't go through that same process of at the beginning. It's pretty chill. Everything's good. It's hard to even imagine there being a problem. And we make all sorts of decisions, take all sorts of actions that we cannot predict, you know, later on how they're going to impact us. But, we keep going, and you'll often get to a valley, you'll get to a bottom, you'll get to a point where you're running out of steam. It is difficult to see inspiration, and all the smiling and laughing and sort of cruisiness that was has completely disappeared, evaporated, hard to find it. And we will try all sorts of things, all sorts of little interventions, to experiments to try to figure out our way through that valley, through that low place, or maybe even a plateau where we don't feel like we're getting any better, to try to spark something new, get excited again. We'll try tons of things, and we'll look to others, we'll look to ourselves, we'll look outside of ourselves, we'll reflect on what we did, we'll realize we should not have eaten like 3 sugary cookies or whatever it was a few hours earlier. And maybe if we just wait, that glucose low or whatever it is will fade, and we'll get our energy back, and put in the hard work to get back to the top. When we get back to the top, right? How much have we learned if we spend a little bit of time reflecting on how we navigated through these crevices, right? Through these slots down in that valley, finding our way, wayfinding back to the top. The strength that we gain through that wisdom, through that learning about ourselves, learning about the others that we're with along the way. That wisdom you take right on to the next mountain or valley or Bryce Canyon, Utah. Can't recommend it enough. I'm Matt Keene. Thanks for visiting Creating a Future We Want, the Our Learning series. Tough hikes of life, huh?